Today's topic is endurance in arm wrestling. Hey guys, it's Cal from OG, you're watching Armwrestling Mastery. In this series, you're going to find out everything needed for you to become the best version of your arm wrestling self. So if you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel so you can get tons of valuable information. So, the large topic today, endurance. It's really important to understand that with endurance there are lots of things that are embedded into that word, like we are going to cover them all today. So some people think endurance means that you should be able to have a long match and your opponent to get tired first, but this is not it. It's a lot more than that, at least. So basically in endurance you have at least 4 or 5 different elements that you should consider. So I'm going to get straight to the point and go with the first element, which is exactly that thing called stamina. So in stamina, you should first understand that there are 2 different types of muscle formations in your body. So we should separate them to white and red muscle formations. So the white muscle formation, for simplicity, you can take as the thing that is combining the impulse. So basically it's closely related to strength, to how much force you can deliver in one hit, in one contraction against your opponent. And on the other hand, the thing that is important for the stamina, it's the red one. So basically the red one has to do with how much oxygen you have in your muscles while pulling, how long you can stand a concentric push or a prolonged arm wrestling movement which is going heavy on your muscles. You can of course train that. Some people have a good balance between those two. Some people are more into the long-lasting power of their muscles, and others are into the explosive strength that they can deliver right away. They're not so good in prolonging a match and being able to sustain themselves in a long arm wrestling competition. So how to train stamina? For sure you need exposure to a lot of isometric movements. And while I say that if you want to train power with isometric movements, you don't need to do more than 20 or 30 seconds. If you want to train your stamina, and for example you know that you will need it in a vendetta or in a competition with a lot of endurance pullers, you want to do more. After some training sets for power, you need to do at least that much stamina sets with 30 to 60 seconds of an isometric movement. In the future I will give you more tips because it's a lot more to that topic, but today I want to cover all the endurance factors, so in later stages we are able to dive deeper into each and every one of them. The next factor is recovery. So it's one thing to be able to withhold a long match in arm wrestling and to be able to survive a 3-minute pull, for example, and a completely other thing is how fast you're going to recover from one to the other match. Like in big competitions, let's say that there are big gaps around, sometimes it's more than half an hour, and it's plenty of time to recover from such match if you have the needed preparation. So recovery is very important, because if 2 pullers are able to survive a long match and then one of them is going to recover twice as fast and get a lot of amino acids, glycogen, I don't know how it's pronounced, in the body, things are going to be a lot smoother. In your next match you're going to be at least on 80% of your forces. You're going to be able to perform better than the one that is not able to get everything needed into the system and just absorb all the nutrition, all the things that are needed to get the plasma, get the blood flowing, to get the muscles spaz out, because a lot of cramps are happening also, so you need good tolerant levels of magnesium. And as I said, I won't go that deep into the topic at the moment, but you should think about always the recovery and how to be able to recover faster. The next one is durability. So for durability, what does this mean is that your arm should be able to consume a lot of force, a lot of, let's say, not well-defined movements. So in a good long arm wrestling match, everything is possible. So I've seen people jumping over the heads of people, like trying to do some stuff into the wrist and fingers area, like trying to push over the palm, everything. Use only the strap to go into a different angle, everything for the win. You need to train your arms to be tolerant to such not friendly and not well thought of movements. You need to be able to take 10 different hits in a 1 minute match and then your arm to be functioning again. This is done again with a lot of training, a lot of preparation, with phases. So how hard you get those hits, like it's always with a great warm-up, always with a great blood flow. I'm going to explain this in the future, but you need to be durable. The next thing, very important thing, is you need to have the mentality for it. Like, this is one of the hardest things. You all often see very strong people, very strong pullers, in the moment that they get caught, because they're used to just flashing all of their opponents. And once they get stopped, there is no psyche, there is no mentality to continue. So this is most of the times lack of such preparation for long matches. Like, for example, I always think about the matches between Krasi Kostadinov and Arsen Liliev. They both had their preparation, but the mentality of Krasi was there. Like, he wouldn't give up, he wouldn't just let it go. He would fight for it and he will show that he wants it more. Very many different examples. So the greatest long matches become real when two pullers that have equal level of stamina have also the equal level of mentality to win. So then you get a war that is worthy of an Academy Award and worthy of filming and everything else. You should also master this. A lot of this I will cover into the mentality stages, but we should go deeper into how to train those capabilities. So this is the basics, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will see you next week.